Hello guys, welcome to this YouTube channel. Abdul Legacy. So I recently posted this design on my Instagram page and someone requested for a tutorial on it on my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to design this particular flyer with Adobe Photoshop. And make sure to stay to the end of this video because I'll be sharing with you guys tips and tricks. And let's get right into this video, shall we? As you can see, we are already in Adobe Photoshop, and then I'll just head over to start creating my background, and then I'll start by using a gradient overlay or a gradient fill. And a background is just the basic fundamental of every flyer you've seen online and everywhere. So I'll start by the first color code, which is and these color codes are just used to represent words as the colors. Like we have brown, yellow, orange and stuff like that, but these colors are just the codes they use to represent the colors. I mean, just to make things easier. So the second color is FFD 200. Yeah, so I'll leave this at the default settings. We have 90 scale and everything, so I'll just head over to OK. Then the first thing I'll be doing is I'll just place our first overlay. I got this from someone who is a colleague designer from Nigeria. It's doing good, so I'll be using difference as the blend mode, and then I'll change the opacity to 35 and the fill to 10%. So let's just do that, 10%. And yeah, this is okay. And then one thing you should do as a graphic designer when building your design or your background is just make sure your message is visible, and then people can see what you're doing, but not all that visible. Yeah, just make sure that it's visible. So I'll add the light trace next, and then I'll change this to overlay, and then I'll also add a Gaussian blur to spice things up. So with the Gaussian blur, I'll go with 15 pixels, and I think this is okay, right? So let's add my next overlay. And then one thing I've also realized about myself is I do use a lot of stock images when I'm building my background, and this is one unique thing about me. And then I really like how I go with it, because every graphic designer should figure out everything he or she has. So I'll be adding this thing, this pack of things, stuff like that, to spice it up a little bit. So I'll go with overlay for this one right now, soft light, and then I'll play with the values 50% and then 70%, right? So as you all can see, the background is quite okay at this point, because this is really good. This is just a professional background you go. So I'll be adding this juicy chicken or this spicy chicken just to spice things up, and then this is really nice. And then you guys should not worry, I'll be leaving a link in the description box where you could go get all the stock images or the assets I've used in designing this project. So I would head over to filter, blur, motion blur, and then I'll be using 80 for this. Okay, already set as that. Sorry. Okay, so and then I'll be decreasing the opacity and the fill, just to make it fade out a little bit, because I don't want my background to be hanging. So I'll rotate this a little bit, right? So let me change the angle for this. I want it to be 90, right? So let me just 90 is a straight line, so I want it to to affect this, right? Because I'm using the um, main design as a reference in designing this. So as you can see, our background is quite nice, and then to make things organized, I'll just group all this and then I'll name it background, and then I'll lock this to avoid things moving around. And then the first thing I would do after the background is just adding my writers, which is pretty much important. And then I'll be using Bebas New or Bebas New for this, because I don't really know the pronunciation for this. Yeah, so I'll go with regular, and with the tracking I'm okay with this. And then if you don't know what the tracking is just all about the space in between every letter in a text. Like this is 0, so if I add this, it's kind of like space up, or yeah, this is just some basic explanation. So I'll leave it at 0, and then okay, so let's add our text. We have chicken, right? So, and I will be using 80.46 for the text size, right? So this is okay, and then I would align this, because alignment is the most important thing a graphic designer should do to his or her designs. Because if your designs or your stuff that are hanging around, it's kind of like just messy. So I'll be adding the next text, which is just get your delicious. So holding down Alt key, I'll just drag this one, and then it will make a duplicate. And if you also want, you can press Ctrl J to duplicate your stuff. So I'll type it in, get your delicious. I don't know if I'm right because I can't see this right now. So I'll be using integral for this design, yeah. And then as I already said, I would be leaving a link in the description where you could go get all the stuffs I've used in this design. So with this one, I'll go with 9.95 for the font size, 9.95 font size, yeah. And then I'll just like this, because I don't want this to be bold. I'll align this as well, as I already said, alignment. And then I'll change this this color to a brownish color, because brown goes with orange, but not just deep brown. So I'll use the color code for brown, which is A84700, right? So I think I got it right. As I already said, I'm using the other design as a reference, the main design as a reference, so that I wouldn't mess things up. So okay, I'll just regular, okay, and then okay. So we got our main text right here. Let's work on this. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So I'll align this. As you all know, this might not be exactly what I recreated or what I created and posted it on my Instagram, but it would be, I mean, very close to it. So what I'll be doing is I'll just group this and I'll name it main text or title. Yeah, you could just name it anyway. I'll lock this up a little bit, and then the meaning of this padlock right here is just like I've grouped this text. So if I lock it up like this, it wouldn't be movable again. You can't move stuff around, but if I unlock it, you guys can see that I'm able to move it around. But if it's locked, it cannot be moved around, right? So what I would be adding next is I'll just align this right here, and then I'll lock it up. And then what I would be adding next is um our main image we'll be working on is the chicken image. Okay, sorry. So I'll head over to finish embedded, and then I'll just locate my stuff. Assets, right? Assets. So I'll bring this down a little bit by hitting Ctrl T to transform it, and then let's zoom in, and then I'll just align this right here. Let's bring this at top because on the actual design it's how it's looking, right? So I'll increase the size a little bit. Okay, great. So we got some noises or some dirty stuff around this, so I'll just rasterize this, and then I'll use my eraser to clean this stuff around because we don't need it, right? Okay, sorry, let's just so I'll be using a soft eraser to this because I'm trying to erase it, and then it's like the hard eraser is kind of like messing up, right? I can use a layer mask for this, but since I'm just doing a tutorial I'll just take my time to do this stuff. So okay, I think we are okay with this, and then let's add a filter or a camera raw filter to this chicken right here because it's kind of like looking old, right? So let's get started. Sorry, I'm using a different PC to design or to make this tutorial while I'm using my actual PC as the reference design. Okay, so I'm okay with this, right? Okay, sorry, let's add some vibrance because I really like adding vibrance to my stuff. This is so okay. So let's work on this a bit because my tracking is kind of like okay, this is the perfect tracking I've always wanted. Okay, so let's align this image to the center, and then let's bring this down a bit. Okay, so alignment again because alignment is the key to every design, because if you don't align your stuffs it will be hanging around, which wouldn't look professional. So as a graphic designer you should be much focused on alignment. So what I would be adding next is the this image I just got. I want to add it just to spice things up because it's in the actual design, so kind of like this right here. It's not really that visible, but it's just to spice it up. So I'll be adding a motion blur to it, and then motion blur. I really like motion blur, so I'll be using 80% to work with this. Okay, so as you can see it's really cool and perfect. So what I'll be adding next is the logo I used in designing this project. And then with this logo, I got it from a friend who is also a college designer, and then it's actually an original logo for food box or so, something like that. I don't know if it's just an original logo, but I don't know. So I named my staff to be AML Kitchen, right? So I'll just bring this down something. Okay, right, and then let's zoom in. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cancel this food box right here and then add my main stuff as AML Kitchen, right? So I'll just head over and rasterize this layer, and then I'll pick my marquee, rectangular marquee tool. I'll max around this, right? So I'll just hit on delete to take this off. So let's add text, and then with this one I'll be going with the integral because I really like how this text or how this really looks, right? So let's change the text size to 5.17. 5.17. Okay, so let's type it in AML Kitchen. Alright, and then the color is white, so I should go with that as well. So let's bring this down a little bit. So let's decrease the size of this look. Okay, so I'm comfortable with this. So what I'll just do next is my usual. Okay, which is just grouping. Then I'll just group it and name it custom logo. Okay, great. And then let's take this. Okay, I'm okay with this. So we lock this up a little bit. People might say I like locking up, but okay, let me just unlock this for the meantime, and then let's proceed. So what I'll be adding next is my right task. So I already texted this one. So has it open? Okay, so I can now just go ahead and copy this, and then I'll add a new layer, the text layer. Okay, and with this one I'll be going with Poppins. I really like that font. Poppins. Okay, Poppins medium. And then let's deselect these things. I mean, because I don't really want now. Okay, we align it to the center alignment, and then let's change the text size to 7.26. okay, 7.26. all right, so this is really cool. So let's align this to the center as well. Okay, right, so okay, and then what I'll be doing next is I will be adding the rectangles or the down rectangles. So I'll just head over to my rectangular tool, and then I'll just draw the rectangle right here. And with this one I'll be using a border radius of 450 pixels because I really want it to bend, so I'll be using 450 pixels. And then let me just explain something quick to you guys. You see this icon right here? It's just all about like if I want to make this 450, okay, really, if I want to make this 399.33 pixels affect all this, or just apply to all this, the down part and the top part, I'll just click this and then out. Okay, let's set it to 50 and hit on OK. Okay, and okay, so with selecting this out, it will really apply to all this right here. So this is just an easy tool you could use to apply to all your borders, instead of just going around typing it just in every actual rectangle or the borders, right? So I'll just cancel this and go with my own value. So I'll go with 450 because I really want it to bend as much as possible, right? So okay, 450 right here as well. Okay, great. So let's align this to the center, and then time to unlock my layers because my design is kind of like getting more handy, right? So let's set this to go up a little bit. Okay, right, and then, no, sorry, the space is really right. Okay, this is okay, and align this as well, and with this rectangular shape here, sorry, I would be duplicating this to create an effect of with this effect I could use blending mode to create this effect, which is just called the stroke effect, but I really just want to duplicate this layer. So I'll be going with this color, the brown color I really used in the first place, so which is A8 470. Sorry, I wrote one. So hitting Ctrl J on your keyboard to duplicate, I'll bring this layer down and then I'll take it up by holding Shift and pressing the arrow key twice. So I'll be using a different color for this one as well. Okay, great. So this is just perfect, and then I'll group these ones, name it down rex or down rectangles. Sorry. Okay, great. And then let's add the next layer again. Okay. So let's add the next layer, which is a text layer. So with this one, I'll just copy this layer right here. So let's unlock this group, and then I'll copy this one, which is the get your delicious something. Holding Alt on the keyboard, I'll just drag it on top, and then I'll change the color of it to the second color right here. Sorry. Okay, and then I'll type in get the AML kicking up. alignment is the key always. So let's add the last layer right here. So with this one I'll be experimenting with it because I want to create an effect to this, because this is in a vertically form and then I really want it to be in a horizontal form. So I would head over and rasterize this layer, and then just like what I did to the logo right here, I'll just make the same effect to this one. So with the rectangular marquee tool, if you can't find it, just hit M on your keyboard or just head over to this place. I'll drag this right here and then I'll press on layer via cut or layer through cut, right? It's simple English. So let me just explain what I did, because some people might get confused. This effect is just used to cut or duplicate layers in easier ways or in an easy way. Some people might just erase this and then place it again and erase the other one, which would be of waste of time. So that's why I really went ahead and used this effect, because I think that is the easiest way to make my things work, right? So I'll group this and name it play and up store, right? So I'll align this one. It seems too big, so what I want to do is just okay, good. So as you can see, our flyer is really looking cool. And then one thing I've noticed about this one is the texts are really in bold form, like this one right here, whilst the main one, it's not in a bold style. They get the AML chin up text, it's kind of like in bold style, and the get your delicious chicken one too, kind of like a bold style. So we are not done yet, we'll just head over and group our stuff. So okay, let's group this as down, because these are the down layers I've had. Yeah, so these are the down. So and then let's head over and make this one's main layer, right? So group main layer, and then okay, so these are the main layers I'm talking about. So we'll bring this to the top a little bit and down. Okay, this is perfect. And this is the motion blur effect. And then what I want to do next is I really want to spice this design up, because it's kind of like not good at this stage. So if you design this and present it to a client, he or she might not like this because it's really not looking good. So I'll just select all the layers right here and group it, and then I'll name it original. Just for any case of making mistakes, I'll just name it original design, because I really want to add a camera raw filter to this. And with this technique, I use it in I mostly use it in my photo manipulations and Photoshop edits, but I really want to experiment in using this in my flyers as well. So sorry, after duplicating this, you just merge group, and then you convert it to a smart object. And then don't worry, some people might say they lost their design. You could just turn this off and then you go back to your main design. So let's work with this one, and then let's turn this on. We head over to filter, camera raw filter, and then the temperature and the tint, I'll be using 5 for both, right? And the contrast, I'll be using 20. Sorry, 20. And clarity, I'll be using 5. Where's the clarity? Okay, 5. And for vibrance, let's go with 7, and for saturation 7 as well, because I really like using saturations and vibrance for my design. As you can see, this is really looking good. And then if you don't really like how your design would turned out, sorry, you can just head over by double clicking this camera roll with the text here, and then you could just change your values and then stuff like that. Sorry. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on the post notification bell for more tutorials. Thank you for watching. Peace out.